So yeah, this is the third video about lifestyles, different levels in the urban streets, and what you also call it. So in Lowe's, which I call homeless and Lowe's, and Lowe's the unprivileged. And the privilege is in which we all are like almost as a family, but then have our downs. I'm not gonna put too much of a dis. I'm not gonna say dislike, but a downer on this video about y'all because this lifestyle, because I can't really, because I'm not sure about the energy around me. I don't know if they witching or not, and I don't want anything to manifest and becomes permanently into what I'm saying, and I don't like it because I'm like, what the heck? Um, it's creepy, but I'm like, we just get through. We try. That's what I'm gonna say. I would say we just try. Um, we got happy times too. It's not all measurable, and like I said before, it's all for gratitude. We have happiness because off of luck, off of someone being there, um, off of that support and that blessing from God in our struggles. And yeah, of course, the privilege, again, that is another level that, the non-privileged want to go to. They want to go to the unprivileged. They're like, I can't wait to be on my own. I can't wait to get this and that. I can't wait to get my life together. And, the privilege, again, they could, consider the same thing too, because they want to go more up on their life. They don't really ever consider to stay in the privileged lifestyle just alone and not even try to get something in more like college or probably more training and a skill trade, or you know um giving out back to the community. They have mad functionings, mad donational places, mad what are the places called? I forgot when you speak to the city council. But yeah, like those motivational um supporters of, our environment, and that is nice too to do. They also have, volunteer. Volunteer is something good to do. I was thinking about doing volunteer because I'm a nice person. I just like, I'm sorry, I'm just into my nice life. I'm just like, shouldn't I be doing volunteer because I'm just a nice person in general. I'm the nice person ever in the universe. I'm like, how can, well, one of them, I'm like, how can I, you know, do volunteer when, I don't have a saved banking account. I think that's best to do, you know, volunteering when you have a saved banking account, or you're, you know, now I think that's a good trait to do if you're tried. I think it need to come outside, and you need to be helped. I think that is good for like a couple of weeks or months or whatever, like 3. I don't know. I just love volunteer as an idea. But anywho, um, let's talk about middle. I want to tell you something that's very coming out there somewhere. Very is getting up there somewhere. Another life um not lifestyle, another yeah, actually life living style in the urban streets, and it's actually called, well, not in the like, well, it is in there, if well it isn't, there in the middle, but this is it. It's in lows. What I'm talking about is that is middle and lows. Not middle lows. It's actual middle and lows. I had to break that down for y'all. Middle and lows is like, say it's a 3-family house or something, or it's like a building or something. Somebody could be like lows. Somebody could be um middle houses. They have like air conditioning when you come in. Middle lows. You have not middle like middle and lows. Like you walk in, like they be on the second floor, first, third. It's different kinds of like they all could be in one house, lows and middle and lows. But I'm talking about literally middle and they look like a mansion house in the front. Like they have like a lawn in the front. Like they in the suburbs, like a suburbs area. Can't really give no areas out like that because that's not. But I'm from New Jersey, so they it's like categories outright, but I see like more. It's like middle houses in those. I saw like three, literally middle, and but that's not what I refer to as middle in laws. But that's just a middle session house, literally in laws, literally not the lifestyle of middle. It's just literally the houses with the big nice lawn and nice, statues or whatever. Wow. Almost look rich, almost. Very nice. But yeah, I just like to talk about how I'm the unprivileged. And, I don't understand how is I'm in this situation as unprivileged. It's not much I can really do but to try with all that I have. I love the unprivileged. I appreciate them and I try to help them as best I can because the unprivileged, most of the time, didn't ask for this situation. It could go down to families, of course, because it do. Most of the times, like their great grandpa, pops or mother was, poor, and then their mother and father still, was in that system being poor, and then now their kids are poor. So I don't really, have that mentality that is to say that, let's judge them off of their grant. They have nothing to do with it. It's simple, it's easy, it's, smart to judge them in that matter if you want to play as a judge or if you just want to be a person that brainstorms too much like I do before you, answer questions if someone asks you for anything. I think it's good for anyone to take in consideration of that, David predicament probably isn't even on them. And that goes also for the privileged too, because they don't have everything either. Like everything. It's based on how good the income and how well they could save. Like I don't ever think that's a kingdom of, nice ones and everything. We will both forget taken down quick because urban streets. And the unprivileged and the privileged are friends. They can't always be friends. It's not rare at all. And in family too. Like it be mixing in families, unprivileged, privileged. It's the fact that what what is the point, like where the unprivileged, it could not at all be our fault. um it could just be just the way life is in general and how well we can basically use whatever we have to get going, moving forward out of this. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Just be mindful. That's why I mentioned these levels. And I do, have, well, had, and I still have. I'm saying this for a reason because of something else. But yeah, it's hope. Maybe, in here a nurse or, I'm at the nursing home, so I can't, ask, someone for, housing for me. Maybe. Or, but this helps a lot. Enjoy your life, Brandon, today.